Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another solid take. Now, this video is not to paint women in a bad light. I just think when you talk about how women actually are compared to the mask that society has on women, because women publicly come off very sweet, very kind. And it's not that they can't be that way, and it's not that they're never like that. They can be, but there's also another darker side to women. Let's be honest. Like, some of the best women I've ever seen, bro, some of the best behavior, some of the best women I've ever seen had another side where they just turn. They turn, they get mean, they get cruel, they get really, really that way, really devaluing. Just, they get that way, bro, and it's because they're fucking miserable. They can put on the front that they're all happy and shit, and they're these sweet women and stuff like that, because that's their whole thing. That's a woman's whole thing. They care more about perception than reality. That's all women care about. Look on social media. Look how they present themselves. They care so much about perception than reality. They care about how they want to put on a show to make people think that they're something different than they actually are. They will never be honest about who they are, which means women, this is the whole point of this video, women are not genuine people. Don't expect them to be. The worst mistake you can make as a man is actually thinking they're 100% genuine. And that this one is different. And everything she's saying and stuff, it's just all true. Let's take a sip of coffee for that one. I'm telling you full well, if you do not wake up to this, you will be in a world of shit. You will waste your life. You will waste your years being completely fooled and manipulated into believing the lies that society and other women want you to believe. This is like the Epstein files uncovering female nature. Hollywood wants you to believe that all these people are great. That they're just all about the entertainment and they're all about the people and stuff like this. Are they really? Are they really? No, they're not. They're not. And with all this being said, we're not going to sit here and pretend like men are just these great people and they can do no wrong, because they can. And there's bad, wicked men in the world. But I am doing a topic on women. So that's what we're doing. And I coach many men. And I am a man. So I have experienced women, obviously. So that is why we do this. This is to help men. Why is it that there's so much content on women and there's hardly any content on men and learning about men and all this kind of stuff? Because there's nothing to learn about men. We know who men are. Men are straight shooters. They're either bad or they're good. Women, they try to portray themselves as good, but they're bad. You just get confused a lot, and that's why there's so much content on this stuff, because women confuse the hell out of men. Men are not out here confusing women. Really at all. They're straight shooters. What you see is what you get with women. What you see and what you think for a split second or a split moment is not what you get. They want you to bite the apple. They want you to believe the lies. They want you to believe everything hidden. They want you to believe all that stuff, but there's darkness that's hidden underneath those layers. Let me tell you something. Nothing pretty at all. Darkness. They want to portray themselves as pretty and outgoing and smart, and they understand the world and they understand life and they understand all this stuff. And they get it. They don't get it. They just want to act like they get it. They want to act like they are mature and that they know what they're doing and all this stuff until you get to know them. And then you see what you come to realize is a woman's words absolutely means jack, squiddly, squat, nothing. Nothing. Their words don't mean anything. Nothing. They want you sold with their words. I swear to God, bro, I cannot talk to a woman today without feeling lied to. I'm not even joking. They're not genuine people, bro. They're not. I'm sorry. Sorry for being real. They're not. They don't want us to speak about this. Because this is not something men had to worry about so much back in the times, because women would do everything, they'd try to do everything right to be in a man's life. Nowadays, they're trying to manipulate every step of the way to get what they want and to get their needs met, and that's all they care about. Women used to have to submit to a man in order to get a man's supervision and protection and security. They used to have to be far better, and now they jump ship. They have jumped ship, and they say, nope, we deserve better. We deserve to be treated better. Blah, 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 blah. According to the Bible, it did not really want things to go in this direction. It did not want women to be as greedy as they become today. But they have done it. And they have made their needs higher than Almighty. And now men don't want to commit. Because why should you? You will live a better life not committing. Much better life. You will live a dumpster life committing. You will be fooled. You will be deceived. A woman can fake it for years and you will probably end the relationship because you see the uncovered dark stuff. I should say the dark stuff will be uncovered and you will see it, and there's no way you can commit to this woman. We've seen it many times. I've been through it myself multiple times. And let me tell you something right now about my mom. Not to pull her into this, but, and this is not negative, this is positive. She's a great woman. She's been through a lot in her life. And she has admirable strength. She knows her place. She doesn't talk to different men other than her husband, which she's been married to for, I think, 20 years now. Because her first husband, which was my dad, passed away when I was 2. Unfortunately, in a freak accident, he drowned when I was just 2. And she met somebody else when I was, I think, 5. And when I was in grade 5, she got remarried. And they've been married for over 20 years now. I think about 20 years. And let me tell you something right now. Obviously, I lived with them for a lot of my life until early 20s. And obviously, I still go and visit and stuff like that. And I know how they operate. They don't make women like this nowadays no more. She is a submissive woman. She also has some independence about herself, but she is a submissive woman and she knows her place and she knows her roles. And she doesn't complain about it. She does not mind doing it. She does what she does. If we could get half of what she could bring to the table today from a different female, we'd be doing pretty good. She lets her husband do what he has to do. He goes to work, he comes home. He even works when he comes home. She allows him to do what he has to do. They have their time where they're together and they spend time together, quality time, which is good and which is fine. She does not nag him. She does not do any of those things. And she cooks. She does the right things. Women today, bro, they're trying to get so much from men, and they're not even doing any of these things for men. They're not doing any of those things for men. They barely cook. If they do, they want a trophy. Even the last girl I was with, bro, like, I got 2 bathrooms here. I'd give her 1 bathroom to herself. She'd have her wardrobe in there, and I'd have my bathroom. A woman should have the decency to clean up after herself. But no, when she would like be here for a while and then go back to her house, there'd be hair all over the place. It'd be a little dirty in there, and I would have to clean it. And obviously, I'm not just going to tell her and force her and demand her to do stuff, but it got to a point where I'm like, yeah, you got to clean your bathroom. I clean your bathroom, but you're using this one, you can clean this bathroom, and stuff like that. And fair enough, she did. But after all the stuff I'd done for the relationship, spent my time and my money going to drive an hour and a half to pick her up, and then to take her here, and then I got to drive another hour and a half, and then another hour and a half back. 6 hours in total driving. 2 very expensive bridge tolls, $50 a piece, $50.25 one way, and then I had to go back again and pay it again. $100 right there in bridge tolls, $100 in gas, and then there's $100 supper every time I pick her up. $300 gone just like that every single time I had to see this girl. There's one time she actually helped me clean the house, and not even every room. Complained about it. Complained about that. So, yeah, that just tells you everything you need to know. And she's not like the worst of the worst. A lot of women are like that today. And that's why they're single. That's why they cannot keep a man. Because they complain. They want a man to do far more. Like, I'm doing all the heavy lifting. When I'd go to the gym, she should be cleaning the house, regardless. Like, it got to a point where I literally said, like, impress me. And I ain't like that. Like, I'm not that kind of guy, but it was just getting so bad where I'm doing so much and there's just nothing coming from her end at all. Like, literally nothing. On top of that, you're getting a bad attitude, so it's like, bro, when you're doing so much for a woman and all you're getting in return is like a bad attitude, you're going to start to get really, really pissy. You're going to get fucking annoyed. And that's when the words started coming out, like, you better start to do fucking something. Like, you impress me. Like, geez, you can't do nothing. Like, bro, a woman should know in her head, if you're doing so much for her, she should literally be thinking in my head, he does so much for me, like, let me do something to make him happy. Let me do something to just, make his life a little bit easier because he's doing all this for me. If you're a half-decent human being, that thought should be running through your mind. If someone was doing so much for me, I got to start to think, what can I do? What can I do to help? What can I do to contribute? It wouldn't even, bro, I'm always the one first that's trying to do something. I'm going to pick up a bill. I'm going to pick up a tab. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to give my friends a couple free supplements. I'm going to give my friends like some stuff. If I'm close friends with people. if I have people in my life I'm close to, I'm always doing things for people. I'm always the one doing more. So, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, women are just not genuine people. They don't make them like this no more. They used to be better, bro. They used to be much better. Much better. Women used to be a lot better than they are today. A lot better. They are spoiled, entitled, problematic people nowadays. Like, it's bad, bro. They're so spoiled. They're so entitled. And they're so rude. Like, their attitudes, bro. Like, they talk back. They're a little chirpy. And they want to play it off like they're just joke, bro. The vibes and the intentions behind the little jokes they make and stuff, it's not really a joke. And if you're seeing that stuff early on, let me tell you something right now. You're going to get torn up by any woman who's doing some shit like that early on. You might want to step away from that. So, things are a mess today, man. Women are not genuine no more. I think most men are better off staying single, and yeah, I have no time whatsoever to be disrespected by anybody, let alone a woman. I don't have friends in my life that are disrespectful. I don't have any women around that's disrespectful. Nothing like that. I don't have to have anybody around. This should be the number one reason as a man why you want to be successful and self-reliant. Reliant on self is because you don't have to tolerate anything you don't want to tolerate. If you have to go to a job you don't want to go to, if you have to show up to certain places you don't want to go to, you don't have a choice. You should want to be successful enough that you have a choice. I love the life I live for the simple fact I don't go to be around anybody I don't want to be around. I'll tell you the worst it is for me. When I go to the gym, I got to be around a few people that I don't want to be around sometimes. Maybe a few Indians that came over here and they're just taking up space. Not trying to be racist, nothing like that. I'm just being honest. Because they just come around, bro, like they're trying to own the place. And it's like, bro, if you step in front of me and walk in front of me one more time, I might literally suplex you on these racks of dumbbells. You might want to watch out. There's not even white people around here, bro, doing that kind of stuff. These Indians are walking around like they don't even see you and stuff. It's like, bro, do you want to get literally suplexed on a rack of dumbbells right now? You know what spina bifida is? You want a crooked spine, boy? Because I will gladly pick you up in midair and slam you through a rack of dumbbells if you walk in front of me like that one more time. And two of your other little friends are going to get the same treatment. Yeah, it's pretty annoying, but yeah, that's the most I have to deal with of what because I go to a gym. There's a few people you don't want to be around sometimes, but even then, I have a choice to turn the other way, walk somewhere else, use something else. There you go. It's really not bad. I have a lot of freedom. That's my whole point right now. As a man, you want freedom. You want freedom. You want a choice. Self-reliant. You don't need any woman you don't need in your life. You don't need any stupid-ass friends. You can be selective with everything. Every little thing that comes in your life that's good is going to be the bonus of the life you've already created. This is the life every man should strive for. This is the only reason you should want to be successful at all. I think I made my points in this video, and we shall wrap this one up. I gotta grab a shower. I gotta grab some food. So, yeah. Let's get that underway. I will see you guys in the next video. You guys can find all the links in the description box below under any of my videos. You can find me there. God willing, God bless. We'll see y'all at the top.